Hello everyone, this is Ash and this is Mage Monsters 2. Let's get right into it. So I'm going back into the forest, impossible, and I'm going to continue with Efro. So I want to get a victory with this Necromancer. He needs to win. It's very important I have a win with him, at least on Tundra or Forest, one of the two, right? We have so many other characters to get a win with, but Efro is quite challenging and quite fun at the same time. It's fun because I know it can work. Okay, we also have you, Exekias, come on now. Alright, let's get back to Efro. So, with Efro, we can start with no real units if I want to. We could do a solo. Is it gonna work? Maybe not. It seems like I have some pretty good fortune with some pretty highly powered skeletons. So we're going to get some skeleton armor right away. And a little bit into health. We don't have to go too crazy with health. We'll get just a little bit. By the way, if you haven't done so yet, like, subscribe. This channel is just on the crisp, on the verge of becoming a partnered channel. I would appreciate every subscriber I can get here. We're so close to 1,000. I appreciate all of you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get another upgrade here. We're going to do probably skeleton health. We're going to get that increased a little bit. So 92, not very good. We need to get that to a good solid 100. Okay. I'm going to save. Well, not really. Let's do some skeleton speed and let's go again. The reason I'm not saving so much is because look at how quickly this can become overwhelming. So what I'm going to do is try to balance a little bit into skeleton armor, which is a very big trait to have for skeletons, and just kind of the base stats too. We need skeleton armor. We're going to need a heal. Like absolutely will need a healing skill here. So let's get healing wave as well. So we're also going to need extra skeletons. This is going to be very important, summon range. Okay, I'm just kind of ballparking everything here because we need to figure this out so we can get a solid victory. It's going to heal you up, speed you up, and we have a decent sized army going in there taking these dudes down. It's going to give me some decent health for my hero here too. Okay, so skeleton damage, no, but we are going to focus a little bit more on getting this extra skeletons up to a decent number. Having 2 spawn at a time is very helpful. You know, we do need to keep Efro's health pretty decent here as well, so he doesn't just die immediately while summoning these dudes. Let's get that heal there. Okay, so next thing, skeleton armor. Extra skeleton. 1 more into extra skeletons. Now we have a solid 2 skeletons every time, right? So now what I'm going to focus in on is probably get their health to maybe about 100. I mean, having some really good health on these guys, probably a good idea. Like having a strong unit here, and we're just continuing to replenish them with our hero. Probably a good idea too. Get this to a solid 300 too. Okay, let's go. Let's get these guys out. Big contenders, big fighters. And let's heal myself up. Get some more skeletons up. So they're putting up a pretty good fight right now. You know, it's not too bad. So let's get a 15%. Does that make it 104? So that got me, what is that? Like a 8 or so? 104. Just going to get one more just to see how that really does here. 104. Then we have 116. It's actually not that bad. It's building up nicely for the most part. So here's the thing. This is 15%, right? So if I were to buy the upgrade for all units, it's also a percentage. It's just not anywhere near as good. Another 2 armor. So I'm going to focus on getting this to about 20. Get this to about 200. Those are going to be key things here. I'm going to keep everything about the same here. I guess we should be looking more at this. So 45. How much percent skeletons' health are increased? This includes skeletons from Demon Synergy. Right. Okay, let's go. let's go do this thing. It's going to heal you up. Get more skeletons out of the window. Which, honestly, the amount of skeletons I have producing right now is not bad. They're able to get the job done. So we're going to get a couple more into skeleton health. And also into, well, I guess at this point, it'll be skeleton range. So 140, still not 200, but we'll keep working our way towards it. Again, these are all just theories. I need strong skeletons for them to be able to survive. I need a nice amount of skeletons, and I need them nice and strong as well. To be able to stay in the fight, so to speak, like this. They're doing pretty good. Their survivability is doing pretty good. Let's do some healing. And now is when things could potentially get dicey, right? A little bit dicey. So let's get Efro a little bit of health here. And I think in this instance, we'll take some armor. We're still pretty bad on our stats. We need to get our damage to 52. So we still have a bit more to go until I can get those core stats a little bit more solidified. Then I'm not too worried about getting more in the mix. These guys might have enough. Probably not. Yeah. GG. Strategy did not work. Let's go back to square one. Okay, here we are. Square one. Starting fresh. I need to kind of think of a good strategy here. So I think ultimately, like, I hate to say this, and I've tried this multiple times. I think it's all about how many skeletons you have, right? There can't be anything else to it. You have to have tons of skeletons, but they all have to have some kind of core stats too for them to be effective. So we're going to do skeletons. That's going to be priority one. Skeletons and also health. Like Efro health. I mean, not Efro. Exekias. Yeah, it is Efro. What am I talking about? I was wrong when I said Exekias. So we're going to get our health increased. We're going to get it to like a 5. And we're going to just continue to pump skeletons out of the system here. New spell. Healing wave. Not enough for another one. That's fine. Healing wave is fine. Let's go ahead and get these guys out right away. Get a nice little army going. I wish I had a way to get more money out of this whole system here. There we go. Nice. Okay. So I guess healing spells 20%. Sure. Because I'm going to get blessed right now. And then I'm going to continue on with, I guess, summon range would be a good one. Summon range, a little bit of armor. Let's just go 1 armor, 1 skeleton range, 1 into health, and then we'll go back to another extra skeleton. So I'll do 1 whole extra skeleton and then increase all my stats a little bit. Maybe something like that could be helpful. Maybe. Skeleton speed. We need that. Another one to skeleton speed. Efro health needs to be increased. And now skeleton health. And we're going to start pumping out more skeletons. So it's going to be twosies now. Twosies. Twosies means 2. But Z's. Okay, so that did a decent amount of skeletons. They still seem a little bit lacking, honestly. Alright, let's do a little bit more range. Skeletons, extra skeletons. Okay, that took me some ouchies there. I got hit a little bit. I didn't like that. We're going to get our extra skeleton count up. And I'm going to increase their armor. So I'm going to get to 3 skeletons, right? We're going to get to where we're producing 3. And then we'll start raising up all of our stats for the most part. But the main thing is, let's get to 3 skeletons ASAP. I'll give you a little bit more health, buddy. Then I'll start working on... Once I have a very strong 3 skeletons at a time, I'll work on my summon speed a little bit, but I need to make sure that Efro is good overall himself. Look, we're producing quite a bit of skeletons. That's good. Here we are on 8. Let's see if we can do this time. I need more. I need more. Efro, you probably could use... an increase, but I need that to a solid 10. Let's see how this goes. This should be pretty good. I mean, they're taking them down very quickly, and that's the concern here, right? Yeah, and that's the problem. Okay. I think we figured this out a little bit here, right? I learned this last time. Just learned it again. Efro needs strong skeletons to take on these dudes on stage 8. They have to be strong enough to withstand. They're very quick units coming after them. So the thing is, I have to go either armor or health as a priority. And they have to be able to stand their own against these dudes. Maybe some kind of synergy with them, but I don't think skeletons can get synergies is a problem here. So I have a bit of a random theory. I was just kind of wondering about this. What if I make it so Efro just kind of becomes a tanky dude himself? We'll start adding some armor to our bless. I'm going to stick with one skeleton, but I'm going to make it a very powerful skeleton, if that makes sense. The skeletons are going to just be hitting very hard. And, you know, that's the main thing they're going to be doing. Just a very hard hit. But I'm going to get some armor on Efro when I do bless. And that's going to help him stay alive a little bit more. Might be a good idea. Who knows, man? Already taking a little bit of damage, but that's okay. So skeleton speed is going to be important, and really having some distance will be important too. So the skeletons can clear some room while Efro is just kind of summoning away. So then I could just keep increasing the quantities of skeleton over and over. Keep Efro alive and just kind of counteract his damage his damage he gets from summoning. Like, I don't know. I love this character, but sometimes he is a tricky one to do a proper build with, right? Okay, so that kind of worked. It was a little bit weak, but it worked. Let's get some melee life still for those dudes too, so they can kind of keep themselves alive a little bit. All right, and then we need a new spell. We need Bless. I mean, not Bless, but Healing Wave. Healing Wave is one that we absolutely must have. Then we're not going to stop there. We're also going to get... Let's see, where is it? If I'm going to be tanky, I'm also going to have a tanky but powerful spell to go alongside things. Okay, here we are. And we're going to start dropping some beats on these dudes. So this might potentially work. We're not really worried about the skeleton so much as we are worried about our hero. Our hero being Efro. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of stun. So this should be pretty interesting for the most part. Here we go. Okay, so let's just keep up with my healing factor. Just go and hit these guys with everything I got. Done. More waves is better, and more damage is better. Okay, a little bit of cooldown would be a good thing too, but right now we're doing pretty good like this. The real test is stage 8, right? Am I going to survive stage 8? I have no idea. That's really how I learn if a build is going to be doable or not. So we're just kind of building up our hero for the most part. 500. It's pretty good. Okay, let's see how this goes. Boom. Drop some meatballs on these guys. These units that I'm spawning are simply a distraction while I get some meatballs going. That's literally going to be it. They're a complete distraction for meatballs. Okay. So more death. No, I think I'm cool on that. I just need more damage. Like, they need to be doing some straight crazy damage. Because these guys, my culprits here, 51 health, right? 51 health. We are able to kill them. 68 for the other guys. Okay, we can do this. Let's slow it down just a little bit and drop the meatballs. Boom, look at that. That was way better. Actually, a lot better. Let's do some summon range. And we're going to get our stun increased a little bit here. Is this a viable option? Is just rain of meatballs just always the way to go? It's kind of seeming like that sometimes. You know what I mean? It does kind of seem like that. If I can do multiple waves of meatballs. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and protect my dude while I take these dudes down. And, oh man, that was close though. Wave 9 was almost completed by that strategy. It was just an idea and it kind of works. It may work a little bit better if I have some extra units in the mix of things too, which is what I'm kind of doing. Another theory I had in a different video is, what if I compensate for the armor that we're missing? Like, I start actually adding armor into the equation here, so I can get some of these more difficult characters and start adding some armor. The armor is also going to help. Well, here, let's get some crate because I don't have any armor build yet. But the armor is also going to help build up my skeletons, right? So I can't make armor, I can't make archer skeletons, but I can make melee skeletons. So I need to factor in that part of things. Okay, so here we are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up my armor, but not just for the skeletons. Like I said, we're going to do it for everyone. We're going to go upgrade armor. Let me do some health now because I didn't select this yet. We're just going to straight up do an armor build if I can. If it even lets me, it might not even let me, honestly. I guess it completely removed the idea of using armor at all. But that's okay. I guess I never really tried doing an armor build with this before, but I could see it being something viable. So even having like the super powerful units later, they're going to die, even at tier 5. They will die very quickly. But I could have a very heavily HP'd character to be kind of a lead to the army. We could also do one other thing, something that I think I've tried before, but I'm not 100% on it. Let me just go ahead and take that off. And that is, I don't have enough for anything there. And that is getting all the synergies, getting all of that, because then I can get at least the elven synergy built up. And doing mages. Like, mages are very powerful, and they would be a viable option for something to help out here. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing going. Alright, so a little more melee health here. Let's go ahead and get elven units from tier 2. I'm missing a demon imp. We need a demon imp in here. Demon imps are very powerful. They actually might be a really good idea with Efro. And I believe I've tried that before, but I've tried so many Efro strategies. I don't know, man. It gets mixed up sometimes. But a demon imp, they don't start with armor anyway. And their death is a great idea, because they should die. It's a good idea, actually. I might even refresh this one. Oh yeah, we're back. So I'm going to work on the infamous imp army. So we have to go with some melee units here, which is all I have anyway, so I don't even have a need to really upgrade it. Let's go ahead and sort that melee. Now that we have some range, I have to sort it. Okay, come on, guys. You can take these guys out, no problem. So with Efro, I'm not worried about heals or anything like that. The skeletons that he produces are perfectly fine. Let's go with some melee life still. I'm going to make an army of imps. And this is going to be a beautiful thing. Trust me, it's going to be so beautiful. You guys are going to love it so much. Alright, so we need to get to tier 5. We need, and tier 4. Tier 4 and 5. For the final part of our strategy. The good thing about this too is we have some crowd control with our cleave. These dudes with the giant axes are pretty good. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some damage. I want the imps to be doing as much damage as possible. They do some pretty decent amounts. They need to move fast. They do need to die. But let's go ahead and get some upgrades. So demon imp. Imp, and one more for imp. So that right there is going to make me insanely strong. We're going to build up our imp army a little bit better here. I do have a very base level synergy for them, but that's okay. Base level synergy is better than no synergy. Let's go and get some more imps in the mix. I'm not going to worry about the next tier just yet. I need the imp army as a priority. It's very important to get those little skeletons in the mix. They're kind of funny. And we did it. Okay, melee attack speed. Now I'm going to do some summon range, man. All right, here we go. We got 2 imps over here. I need to get the imp sorcerer. The imp that does stunning. The imp sorcerer, is that what it's called? Summoner or something. We'll see it right now. The shaman. Shaman is exactly what it is. All right, so let's get some Efro health. Keep Efro in the fight a little bit longer. We have these dudes, so they don't have a lot of hit points. We should be able to kill them pretty quickly with more imps, actually. Just More imps. That's all I could say. All the time, more imps. And also, we're going to get our Shaman. Boom. We have ourselves a nice little army. Maybe a little bit more imps, actually. No? Alright, spiders it is. Let's go. We have quite a few imps. Hey, look at these guys are just falling over dead, man. They don't stand a chance. And then plus I have my skeletons in there to do some melee damage too. And I'm increasing the damage little by little, so everybody's getting a little bit of an increase here. Okay, so we have all the skeletons, but we need to get to tier 5, so we're going to keep with what we have here. 126. You guys can kill them in one shot, right? One shot, yeah. We're going to need probably a couple more imps soon, but I think we're okay for now. Stage 9, we should be able to take these guys out. This is going to be beautiful, man. I think the imp army has a chance to do this thing. And if I get a healing spell too, then it's going to make my skeletons even more of a viable option here. But we're okay for now. We need more humans though in the future. Oh, here we go. Let's go and get a blacksmith. There we go. Get to the mix of this whole thing, man. All right. So we have an army to fight here. I don't think I've made it this far yet to stage 10. With this character at least. But here we are surviving. Kind of. Let's get some armor. Let's get a spell here as well. So we're going to get Healing Wave. That should be fine. That's going to produce more units anyway. And we're going to save a little bit of money. Let me go ahead and get this guy first. Now we're going to save some money. Let's go. I wanted the human synergy first. Even though it's not on my units yet, I will be putting it on there very soon. More skeletons. Get more skeletons in there. They're kind of like just an added bonus and they're very helpful. Okay, and then here's the shamans taking care of business too. You guys got this. Don't worry about it. You're fine. Lifesteal, of course, is a good one. And I kind of want to hold out for this. Let's see. We have 100 units on this playing field here. They all hit pretty hard, honestly, and they do have some type of healing factor. So this is going to be interesting. We know level 15 is a pain, right? We know that. This is kind of a lot of units for the amount of dudes I have here. Part of me wants to get the human synergy for the armor piercing. Now, here's the thing, though. None of these units are armored. So I don't really need that per se. But what I could use is, let me go ahead and get some elven. Well, tier 2 elves would be a good thing to have. All right, so we have elven synergy. Oh, I'm missing the archer, really. Okay, so we'll put archers on here too. So now we have elven synergy. We have, you know, it's not mixed together yet, but we have it. So let's see how this does. I don't know if it's going to perform well or not, but I mean, we're going to try our best, right? Level 12 might be kind of a mixed sword here, but having the archers may be helpful. Not 100% on that. That's a lot of dudes, man. I don't know. Okay, they're going for my Necromancer now. I'm not sure. I don't think this is going to work, guys. Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag, and we are done. Okay, so maybe imp strategy doesn't really work here. But I kind of was all over the place, right? What if I hone in and I do a pure imp strategy? Just a pure version of the imp army. Like, nothing tainting it, really. We'll just go straight imp all the time. Skeleton health may be good too. Let's do Efro health. We'll do imp army, Efro health. And that's the main two things we're going to do. Nothing else. Tons of imps, except for the upgrades, of course, for the imps. We need them to be doing max level damage when they die. That's going to be very important. Skeleton health, I guess. And let's go and get these imp upgrades. We're going to need them ASAP, right? ASAP. Done. Go. It's not a lot of imps, but it'll get the job done. We'll be able to mow through these dudes. Their job is to deal with the majority of them while I deal with the rest. So we're getting another imp here. Another imp here. So basically, I'm going to take this up to 40. And then I'm going to buy tier 2. And that way, I'm always getting the cream of the crop for the deals here. Okay, come on, guys. If you can't do it, the skeletons will help get it done. But at least those guys are being, like, dead. As soon as they get hit by those guys, the imps, they're dead. Alright, so we're going to go with some skeleton armor because that's helpful for the survivability of everyone. And more demon imps, baby. Got to keep buying demon imps. I'm not even going to worry about money. I'm just going to worry about buying demon imps. Because the more of them I have, the more chances of survivability I have. Right? So I have to think of this. They're going to have 100 enemies at some point. I need at least 100 demon imps. And that is assuming they don't have archers that are going to take them down really quickly too. Okay. So here we are. Demon imp. Demon imp. So I can get about 10 or so demon imps every level, right? So by level 10, I should have 100 demon imps. I did, of course, invest a little bit into other attributes too for them. Let's see, their upgrades. Demon imp, demon imp. Now we're at 50. Go. 50 demon imps versus whatever you guys are. Let's see if this is a viable option. If nothing else, this is just fun to mess around with, right, guys? So let's go ahead and get some health. Demon imp. And demon imp. We're at 60. Let's go. These guys don't have a chance. Come on now. Yeah, they're too destructive. They're just going to try to beat up these demon imps and then they're going to die in the process. These archers are the problem, though. They're the big problem. However, if we have armored skeletons, then we can get past the archers pretty easy, right? Okay, so let's keep going. Demon imp and demon imp. We got to keep this strategy going. 70. I need to get to 100 before, what is it, stage 11 or 12? But we can do it. We can do anything. Oh, that's a lot of... Oh, man. No way. It's those archers, dude. Those archers are something else. Okay. So that doesn't work because archers are too strong. However, what if I have archers? And what if I have strong archers like crossbow units? Maybe. Alright, so I'm on stage 4. I have the tier I need unlocked. Let's just see if I can survive to that point. I'm not thinking it's going to be likely I can survive there. I was going a little too hardcore into the tier upgrades, and I think that's the death of me. Yep. Okay, so that's fine. We can start again. I'm going to focus in on the tiers again, but before that stage I was just on, I could do basically one tier here. Summon range, attack speed, no. I'm going to do Elven Archer here. And continue. I could do this run without any upgrades. Next run, I need to do the next tier. And potentially buy another archer unit too. Let's get some attack speed here. Go ahead and switch this to ranged. And let's do this one. And another set of archers. Let's try that. Okay, and then I need to see, I think the next one I need to buy even more archers to make this a viable thing. The archers are doing great, by the way. They're the main unit for my build here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more archers. I'm gonna get a couple sets of archers before we get too crazy here. I mean, they're not my main unit, but they're helpful. They're definitely helpful for annihilating some of these guys here. Look at that. We're able to take them down pretty easy. Let's get a little bit crit. And let's get the next tier done. And now we have horsemen to worry about. And that's kind of a concern. Yeah, let's go. I mean, these guys are going to be pretty fast. But my archers look like they're taking them down pretty quick too. Boom, boom, boom. Can we take them all down? Yes, we can. Attack speed. And now that we have this tier, we're going to get our marksmen. Marksmen are going to be heavy hitters for this whole thing. Really heavy hitters. And the reason is they don't rely on armor for anything. They rely on taking armor out. You know, that's the main thing they do. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Done. All right, so attack speed. And we're also going to worry about range. Just get the range to a decent level here. Marksmen need to be leveled up more. Let's get a little bit more range. Let's go again. And here we go, taking these dudes out. As long as our range is built up enough, we should be good. Nice. Build up the speed, build up the range. Let's not do any of those. I'll do another marksman upgrade. And I'm going to get more marksmen. Then I'm going to... A little bit more into range is a good idea. Marksman maxed. Let's go. Let's see how this one goes. This is going to be interesting. But the marksman can take these dudes down pretty quick. I just need a lot more of them to be a viable option, right? Let's see. A little bit of damage increase could be good, or a little bit more critical. Those are both good options. A little bit more marksman as well. I want to get it to... I don't know why it's 19. I want to get it to about 20 units. And then get this to about 50. For it to be a pretty good build. How we doing? Attack speed, crit. I'll do more attack speed. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. I should be able to take these guys down hopefully pretty quick. So I need to get some summon range too, so that way Efro doesn't die as quickly and he can get more units out there to fight for the cause. Okay, so a little bit of summon range for Efro here. Let's go. Maybe about 2 units. 2 to 3 units in there should be fine. And... here we are at 21. That should be pretty decent. They're taking them down from a decent range too. I like the lineup here. We do need more frontline archers. That's kind of the downside of this whole thing, is not enough frontline archers. But these guys are doing pretty good. They just don't have enough support. And that's what got me dead. So I'm trying a whole different strategy, right? So I'm not even worried about the crossbow units right now. I'm just going... pure elvish archer, man. I'm just getting a lot of elven archers here and basically lining this field with arrows. And hopefully this is something that kind of works out for me. I don't know, because these guys can do some pretty big damage. The thing is, with elven archers, I can get a pretty big amount of them quickly, right? They're cheap. They're inexpensive. 37 gold. And I could always just get tier 2 and then reset the cost back down to a base level cost. So that should make it very viable to get a ton of these units, which can take these dudes down pretty quick. Just keep building up that speed, keep building up that damage. 6 damage at high speeds is pretty good. All right, let's go and get this so I can reset the cost back to 25. Let's go. All right, and then I have a melee unit too, another makeshift tank that just dies immediately pretty much. A little bit of crit. All right, and then we're going to work back on my little army here. I'm going to try to get their damage up to like 10 pretty soon as well. But for now, I just need enough units. I want to get about 100 or so to be able to make this something very doable. Because right now we're going to be coming up on some threats pretty soon. Okay, so attack speed. We'll keep the attack speed going. Attack speed's nice to have. So this is where I'm going to need a lot of archers and a lot of speed for those archers. Because this is where I die, right? This gets pretty crazy. So let's increase the damage a bit. 6.6, sure, why not? It's going to take quite a few arrows to take some of these guys down, but we also have a few melee units that are helping too. You guys are kind of a problem here. Okay, we could do this thing. Hopefully half of you don't die on the way over, but it looks like they are. You're doing okay. A little bit more damage. 7.2. That's okay, I guess. 74. 79. And then let's get a couple more. I just like having a lot of archers. Let's go. Their range needs to be increased a little bit too, because they're kind of, you know, not able to cast quickly enough. Nice. You guys are doing pretty good. Your little speed burst is helping a lot. All right, let's do summon ranged. Increase the range. Let's increase their range and let's increase their attack speed a little bit. How fast is your speed? 1.34 is still kind of slow. We need to increase your damage as well. Your damage needs to be at 10. I feel like that's important. So let's see how this goes. These guys do have some more armor. Like, not armor, but just a lot of health. So stage 12 is where I seem to be defeated for a lot of these runs. Which is interesting because I know for later on in the game with other characters like Magarth, stage 15 is where it's do or die. So I'm obviously pretty weak with Efro to be able to die at this point. But it's better than stage 8, right? Stage 8 was pretty embarrassing. Alright, we're back. So I'm back to square one. I'm just kind of building a little army of skeletons to come help out. I do have the support of the archers, which is kind of nice too. I'm not really worried about healing Efro. What I'm trying to do is make it so I don't need to heal Efro before I have an army. Like, I want him to summon as many skeletons as possible. Just really get that health bar up there without really having to heal him at all. Like, is that a good idea? Probably not. But just imagine he can summon in the whole army before even needing a heal. And then once I add in the whole healing aspect of it, we're going to be pretty golden at that point, right? He's going to have a golden army, so to speak. Okay, so let's get some more armor. And this is where things get interesting because this is where they can kind of annihilate me if I have a weak build. So I will take the heal now. Not healing wave. It's got to be blessed, man. It's got to be blessed. Let's go. Alright, so we have 3 skeletons at a time, and they're just kind of destroying them. And that's my concern every time, man. So, the skeletons are able to pull off a little bit, but they're still too weak, and that's kind of annoying. They're always too weak. So, this is where I seem to fail a lot with the skeleton build, is right here on this stage. I wonder if doing a pure skeleton armor build with, like, not really adding extra skeletons is a viable idea for here. So these skeletons are surviving a lot longer. I'm doing like pretty much nothing but armor builds. I am doing a little bit of health for them too, but not too much. I've done maybe one drop into health just to see if that helps at all. Let's go ahead and get healing wave as well. I want to have a double heal here because health is still a bad thing for me, especially since I'm not really increasing Efro's health at all. I will do a couple points into it though. Nothing crazy, but a couple points could potentially help. So this is the problem, is when there's a lot of units, I really need my skeletons to be able to step up and kind of be my bodyguard, so to speak. Okay, so we're going to do more health for Efro. Not very much. Here we are at 10 armor. So we're at 25 armor right now, which is not bad. Let's do some more health for Efro. Just in case there's a scenario in which I'm not producing enough skeletons. And, yeah. But here we are. These guys are able to get over here pretty easy, actually. Now, if I could start increasing the quantity to 2... then maybe there would be pretty good skeletons. Okay, let's do this. We'll do 1, but then there's a slight chance of 2, which is a pretty good idea too. If I can get 2 skeletons now, and then I'll start increasing the armor again another 10 points. And then increase the quantity of skeletons, get control. I think that could potentially work. Alright, so here we are. Extra skeleton. We're going to go with another extra skeleton. And we're going to upgrade my heal ability. Let's go. Well, I guess this heal ability, my speed heal. Come on, guys. Oh, they're doing way better. Look at that. So we're going to find out on stage, 10? If this is really good or not. I think my health is fine. I need... Well, I guess I could do summon cooldown as well. That could be fun to have. Okay, skeleton speed, summon cooldown, and we're gonna do a little bit more into extra skeleton until we get a solid 5. Okay, perfect. And now I'm going to work on their attributes more, because I think we have plenty of skeletons. We have summon cooldown, so we can summon quickly. I could probably do one more point into summon cooldown, so I can get enough skeletons filling up this place with my healing wave. It looks like I'm able to get them in there pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and do summon cooldown one more time. And now we're going to start messing around with that armor. Get the armor up another 10 points. Here we go. Go, go, go. Yeah, you guys got a couple shots off, but that's okay. I'm going to build my armor back up, guys. You'll be fine. Give them a little bit more. Oh, we're getting low on health now because of that boost I'm doing. Might need a stronger heal, right? Yeah, but we're doing good, though. My numbers are looking a lot better. Let's go ahead and get a heal increase. We'll get 2 points into my heal. Just because it is taking an impact. Give me that. Thank you. All right, upgrade hero, and we're going to do more armor. Let's go. Get these guys out here, man. We need to get these units out quick. Quick and nice. Go ahead and more speed. Look, it's producing an army pretty nicely, honestly. So this might be something doable. This is probably my best bet so far. Okay, a little bit of health right there since it wants to give me health. I'm going to increase that armor. Get that armor a bit higher. We're at 35, looking good. I think a good 50 armor would really make these guys good fighters here. I'm doing good for everything else, I think. Let's do this. Are we going to get past 12? Would be nice, man. It would be nice. And the thing is, my archers are also staying alive pretty well. They're a little bit too close for comfort, though, to the battle. Look at that. And I'm basically getting a wall of armored skeletons to protect my hero. So that is very helpful. Look, they're just going through. They're going to erase these dudes from my face. Get out of here. Done. All right, so let's get another armor. We're going to get our armor to 20. Where is armor? Come on. Give me more armor, bro. There we go. Armor, and you're not going to give me another one. We'll take some damage then. Make these guys hit a little bit harder in that case. Okay, so these horsemen want to come over and be jerks. Come on, heal up, heal up. There we go. I need a little bit more range on my summons, honestly. He's getting a little bit too close. All right, we'll do one more into that, and let me do, well, a little bit more armor and summon range if I can. Okay. Are you gonna, yeah, here we go. One into summon range, just go. Get these skeletons in there. They're the fighters. I'm just here to participate in being alive, I guess. All right, they should be completely fine here. They're doing all the dirty work. I'm just the Necromancer that's watching the battle from the distance here. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You got this. That's a lot of skeletons, honestly. We just really got to beef them up. Make them better fighters. Constantly giving them upgrades and making them cool. So the next stage is the moment of truth. This build is working so far. It really is. Focusing on the attributes of the skeletons before really messing with too much else is really helping. Okay, so here we are. Skeleton health, skeleton damage. I am going to increase their speed. I know that's a weird one considering what I just read. And also, I'm getting teleport. This is important. This is very important to get teleport. So I'm also going to increase my heal. Okay, boom. Get down there. Thank you. Speed it up. Drop that in and let me get you out of the way. Come on, man. Oh, no. 15 is insane. I still got destroyed by those guys. So that is where things get very tough. I was even struggling with 15 for McGarth. It's a pretty difficult, different scenario here. These guys hit hard. All right, well, that's all the time I have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe. Let's get this channel partnered. It's so close. It's right on that end of the partnership. We need to get 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there, guys. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.